Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lorna and today I'm going to be taking you through a beginner's yoga sequence. It's going to be nice and gentle, so maybe if you're just starting yoga or you're fancying something a little bit more relaxing, then this is for you. So you don't need any props or anything, just a mat, or if you don't have a mat, just practicing on the carpet is fine. So let's get started. In a standing position, so coming to the top of your mat and just beginning to ground down. I'm going to have the feet together here, so really drawing up through the legs, tucking the tailbone under, engaging through the core, relaxing the shoulders down, having the palms facing forward so you can really feel that opening through the chest, taking the crown of the head towards the ceiling and just closing the eyes if that's comfortable, or keeping the gaze down towards the floor. And you're just going to take some gentle breaths here. Maybe feel that gentle sway as you inhale and exhale. And just really focusing on that breath. So trying to take some deep inhales, really filling up through the lungs. And some gentle exhales. And just keeping the body soft. And just trying to maintain this softness throughout your practice. So even though we need to be strong, we still need to have an element of softness in order for us to open up a little bit more. So taking one more breath here. And then you're going to bring the hands to the heart center, and if the eyes are closed, just gently opening the eyes and just gazing down towards the fingers. From here we inhale, draw the arms up, bring the palms together, gaze up towards the thumbs. And then exhale, coming down into a forward bend, really bending the knees, bring the fingertips down onto the mat. So you've got those knees really bent here, we're nice and relaxed. And just allow the head to drop now. So we're gazing towards the knees and just taking a rock from side to side with the hips. We're going to come back up into standing, so tucking the chin into the chest, rolling very gently up through the spine. Head is the last thing to lift. And then we inhale, raise the arms up, palms come together once again, gaze towards the thumbs. And exhale to heart center. And then we inhale, really swoop the arms round, open up, palms together. And exhale, forward, bend the knees once again, coming all the way down. This time hold on to the elbows with the hands. And just have that swaying motion here. You can maybe start to think about unbending those knees slightly. But remember, it's just soft, we're just beginning. And inhale, take the arms out to shoulder height, reaching all the way up, palms together. Exhale to heart center. One more time. As you inhale, draw the arms up, palms together, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees as you fold forwards. Bring the fingertips down onto the mat. And then maybe think about unbending one knee, keeping the other bent. Swapping over. So you might need to lift your heel off the mat to allow that leg to straighten. Again, the neck is soft, so just giving a little shake of the head. And then from here, you're going to step back with that right leg. So coming into a lunge position, you're going to drop down onto that back knee. So pressing the top of the foot into the mat, making sure your knee stays over your ankle. If it's coming further forward, you need to move that foot a little bit closer to the front of your mat. So we're just going to move forwards and backwards in this lunge position. So we're starting to feel a little bit of activation through the backs of the legs. And it doesn't matter if your leg doesn't completely straighten or if you don't come completely forwards, even if you're just working in a small motion. Whatever feels good for you, and the more you practice, the more you may find you can ease a little bit further forwards. Remember, we all come into this at different points in our lives and at different stages, so don't compare yourself to anybody else. So just finding a still point in your lunge, whether you're back here or whether you're forwards, but the knee stays over the ankle. And just reach forwards with the chest. So you have an option, you're going to stay here, or if it feels okay to come up, raising up through the arms into your lunge position. Relax down with the shoulders, bring the palms to face in towards each other. And think about lifting through the core, so squeezing in through the belly, opening through the chest. Relax the shoulders down, and either gaze up towards the hands or keep the gaze forwards. Now if you notice you're a little bit wobbly here, take that left foot out to the left a little bit more so you're wider through your stance and you feel nice and stable, nice and strong. And then we're going to bring those hands down. And we're going to step back into a downward facing dog. So what we want to do is untuck the toes, lift the knee off the mat, and then step back with that right foot so it's in line with the left. And we're going to have the feet about hip distance apart. And we're really sending the hips up towards the sky. We're really spreading the fingers on the mat, pushing into the fingers, so that we can come back with the shoulders. So we don't want to be rounding here. We want to really feel that opening as we send the heels down towards the mat. Our head is soft, so give that a little shake. Gaze in between the knees. And then dropping down onto the knees, we're going to come into a child's pose. So the tops of the feet press into the mat. Send the sit bones back towards the heels. And just sinking down. So you've got some options here, what feels comfortable. You're either going to have fists and then the forehead rests on them. Place your hands down. Forehead rests on the backs of the hands. You can have the hands tucked behind you, or even keep them in the front. So finding what feels good, where you've got access to this morning or this evening, whenever you're practicing. So just allow the breath to completely relax, completely let go. And coming up to an all fours position, we're just going to take some cat-cow stretches. So checking that your knees are hip distance apart and your feet are in line with your knees. Hands are further forward than the shoulders. We really want to avoid that strong 90-degree angle here with the hands, with the wrists. So bring them further forward so you've got more space to move around. And as you inhale, rolling down through the belly, taking the gaze up. And as you exhale, arching through the back, tucking the chin towards the chest, navel into spine. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, curling under. Really focus on the tailbone here. So you're taking the tailbone up and away. And as you exhale, you're tucking that tailbone under. We do one more, so inhale and exhale. And from here we're going to take that right foot back behind us. We're just going to start to have a little stretch here. So move forwards and backwards on the ball of the foot. If that feels okay, you want to take a little bit further stretch, you can start to roll over the toes. But some people find that a little bit uncomfortable, and that's okay. So just finding your practice. And then we'll swap over. We're going to take that left foot, moving that forwards and backwards to begin with. And then maybe if you want to roll over the toe. And then coming back to that all fours position. So we're going to take that left foot, I'm going to face this way, I'm going to turn that left foot out in a 90-degree angle so it's in line with the knee. I'm going to open up with that right leg, rotating round and open up into a side gate. So this is going to progress into a full plank eventually. So this is where we can come, but for now we're just sticking down here. We're really focusing on the lifting and the opening of the chest. And then bring that hand down, rotating through the feet, coming back to that all fours position, opening the knees nice and wide, toes together, sink down into your child's pose. And then we're going to do that on the opposite side. So we're going to rotate out through that right leg this time. Take that left foot away. Open up as you really press into that right hand. Lifting up, gazing up towards that left hand. So feeling really strong through the knees, through the feet, through the hand. And then bring that hand down, rotating back round into all fours. We take the knees nice and wide, toes together, sink down. So wherever you want to be with that child's pose. Coming back up onto all fours. So this time we're going to take the opposite leg forwards to what you've had to begin with. So I believe you're going to take that right foot forwards and start to move forwards and backwards, really working into that stretch. You might want to maybe move from side to side a little bit just to get into the hip joints a little bit more. And then finding a still point with your lunge position. So you're either going to stay just working here, lifting through the chest, or raising up through the arms. And if you need to move that right foot a little bit further forward so you can ensure a nice position with the legs, and open up, maybe gaze up towards the hands. Maybe keep that gaze forwards. And really try and lift up through the arms, but relaxing the shoulders. Then bring the hands back down once again. Come back into an all fours position, and then we're lifting up into a downward facing dog. So we untuck the toes, really press through the hands, fingers are spread, lifting up. Send the hips behind you and then begin to maybe straighten the legs. If you don't have access to straight legs, keep them bent. It's more important to really focus through the back, that we're straightening it and we're sending it away rather than having the legs straight. So just bending through the legs, taking some deep breaths here. And then we're going to very gently begin to walk the feet towards the hands. So take a really big bend through the knees and just creep the feet forwards. And then we find ourselves back into that forward bend, bending the knees nice and deep to begin with. And then maybe if you have access, begin to straighten through the legs. We're going to come up to a halfway point here. So we're going to take the hands onto the shins. We're going to extend forwards through the crown of the head. Imagine we've got a piece of string there and someone is pulling it away from you. So we're really reaching forwards with the crown of the head, sending the sit bones behind us. Softening through the shoulders, really pull them down. And then exhale as you soften back down, maybe bending through the knees. Coming into a standing position, tucking the chin into the chest, rolling up very slowly. Head is the last thing to lift. And then we inhale, take the shoulders, take the arms back, open up, palms together. And exhale to heart center. And then bringing the hands onto the hips. We're going to step back with that right foot, turning it out slightly. So I'm going to face you so you can see. So turning that foot out slightly, we've got our hips are facing forwards. If you notice your hips are coming off to the side, that might be because you are on a bit of a tightrope here. We want to open up with that left foot as much as we need to so that we can feel stable, we can feel balanced, and we can also feel like our hips are facing forwards. So really reaching up through our torso here. Relax the shoulders down. I say that a lot because so many times we start to get into difficult positions and those shoulders start to creep back up. So we want to feel open and spacious. So from here we're going to start to bend that front leg. Again, check you've got your knee over your ankle. If it starts to come further forwards, that is your clue to bring the left foot forwards. So we're reaching up here. So you have an option to stay here. Bring the hands to the heart center or come into that full warrior one and reach the arms up. Relax the shoulders. Breathing. Just starting to focus within, so notice all the different parts of the body working. Notice your breath flowing through the body. That's the great thing about yoga, is it helps us to become focused in the present moment, so what's going on here and now, rather than worrying about things to come and things in the past. We're too busy looking at what we're doing right now. So I'm going to come to the side. So bring the hands down to the heart center and then taking those hands down, we're going to step back into a downward facing dog. Lifting up through the hips, sending the heels down towards the mat and dropping down onto the knees. We're going to take that right foot forwards, coming into our lunge position. And either staying here or bringing the arms up and dropping down into the hip. And again, bring the hands to the heart center if that feels more comfortable. Bringing the hands down. And then just beginning to straighten up with that front leg. Taking the toes up towards the sky. Keep extending the chest. Gaze is down towards the toes or maybe towards the end of the mat. Bringing that foot forwards. Reaching back up into that lunge one more time. And then we take the hands down, untuck the toes, lift the back leg, stepping into a downward facing dog. Very gently beginning to walk the feet towards the hands, coming into our forward bend. Just spend a moment here, maybe swaying from side to side. And then inhale as we draw the arms up, palms come together. And exhale to heart center. So this time we're going to step back with that left leg. So hands come onto the hips. And again we open up. If we're really wobbly, open up your stance. Hips coming forwards. Feel really stable through the legs. The heels pressing down into the mat. The outer edge of the foot is also pressing down, as we may feel that slight lift in the arch of the foot. Then beginning to bend that right leg, so moving that foot forwards so that the knee and the ankle are in alignment, and then reach up through the arms, relax the shoulders down, and we're either going to stay here looking up towards the hands or bringing the hands to the heart center. You might even want to open the arms into cactus arms so that we can lift up through the chest. So making it your practice, however feels good for you. Again, we're just breathing, we're just bringing that focus within. Enjoying that full breath, which we quite often forget to do in our everyday lives. So wherever you are, finding that softness within. Bringing the hands down. We're going to drop down into our lunge position. And reaching forwards. So we're going to inhale, draw the arms up. Softening down. Moving that foot forwards. If we notice we're sinking down a bit too much, we can ease back. Bring the hands down, coming into that downward facing dog now. Untuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Maybe walking the feet in a little bit more, but we don't want to feel like we have got a complete bend. We're not in our forward bend. We want to step the feet back so we can really feel the hips drawing to the back of the room. And then coming down onto the knees, coming into your choice of child's pose. So either knees hip distance or mat distance. Sinking down and just completely letting go. Bringing the hands up, we're going to come into a seated position. So bringing the legs to crossing in front of the body. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can extend the legs out in front of you. We're going to inhale, draw the palms up together, gazing towards the thumbs. Soften through the shoulders. And then from here we're going to take a side bend, so bring that left hand down onto the mat, taking that right arm, stretching it over to the side, gazing underneath that right arm. And then inhale, coming up, bring palms together. Exhale, take that right hand down. Taking that side bend. Inhale, coming up. This time we're going to take a twist. So that right hand is going to come to the left knee. That left hand comes round behind, and then just pressing the fingertips on the mat behind you. So coming in here, so we're not leaning back onto that hand. We're still working through the core, lifting us. That's just almost like propping us up, keeping our spine straight. And then inhale, coming up, bring both palms up, so swapping over, so left hand to right knee, right hand comes round behind you, fingertips press into the mat, looking over that right shoulder. And then inhale, coming up, bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them through heart center, and then rolling onto your back. And just hugging the knees into the chest. Just take a rock from side to side. Just now beginning to completely relax, completely let go. So wrapping the fingers around the right shin, you're going to take that left foot down onto the mat. And just hugging that right knee in towards you. Allowing the right foot to just relax. We don't need that foot to do anything here. Make sure the shoulders are pressing into the mat. We don't want to be hunching up. So relax the shoulder blades, really press them into the floor. Tucking the elbows in towards the body. As you take an exhale, we're going to lift the nose towards the knee. So we're squeezing in through the core, drawing that knee maybe a little bit closer in towards us. If you notice you're starting to hunch, just ease back. And then bringing the head back down, taking the left foot in towards us, wrapping the fingers around the shin, dropping that right foot down onto the mat. And then the shoulder blades press into the mat. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, drawing the nose towards the knee. And almost feel like you're drawing the shoulder blades down towards the knee as well. Allowing that left foot to be relaxed. And then dropping the head down. Just hugging both knees in towards you, rocking from side to side. And then placing both feet down onto the mat. So if you want to come into a nice relaxation here, maybe keep the knees bent. Taking the feet out mat distance, just allow the knees to draw in towards each other so you don't have to worry about them falling from side to side. Or maybe you want to extend the legs. So you're laying flat toes, falling out to the side. And just have that tucking under slightly of the tailbone so you can really press the base of the spine into the mat. Turn the palms facing up and just allow yourself to completely let go in your Shavasana. So if you want to stay here, then just pausing the video and just taking some time to relax. If unfortunately we've got no time to rest here, that's okay. Just bending through the knees and very gently rolling onto your right hand side. Resting the side of the face on the hands, taking a couple of moments here. And then bring yourself up into a seated position. So cross-legged, legs out in front. Sitting up nice and tall, relaxing through the shoulders. And then we're going to take one breath together to finish. So inhale, draw the arms up, bring the palms together, gaze up at the thumbs. And exhale to heart center. Namaste. thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe to the video if you'd like to see more like this, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and then I'll know to make more. So thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon. So let's get the timer started. 2 minutes on the clock. You're going to step back with the right leg, making sure that the hips are facing forwards. You're feeling nice and comfortable, nice and stable. Open the feet wider if you notice you are a bit wobbly. And planting into the mat. Lifting up the hips, taking the knee onto the forearm. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do Virabhadrasana 2 or Warrior 2. To do side crow, do Virabhadrasana 3 or Warrior 3. Bend that front knee. We want to make sure that the knee stays over the ankle, and also when we look down we can see our big toes. In 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. So I'm going to show you how to do it in 2 minutes. Let's start the timer. My timer is set.